Picking out a Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving is a tradition for many families, and for some the tradition is cutting down their own tree. 23 ABC's Natalie Tarangeli shows us how one Christmas tree farm, though, in Shafter is having to do things differently this year.
Take a look at all of these trees around me. For the past 30 years, people came here to Santa's Forest Christmas Farm in Shafter to cut their own trees. But this year, these trees right here are just for looking at.
What was a tradition for many families for years, decades, or even generations was no more this year.
There's a lot of sadness that we don't do it anymore, since we were, I think, the last choose and cut tree in Kern County.
Santa's Forest Christmas Farm opened Friday, but with only pre-cut Christmas trees.
The loyal people are coming back. They've come in already today. They enjoy the farm.
The farm was where you'd go to cut down your own tree in Kern County. This year was the first time Bakersfield resident Amy Patterson went home with a pre-cut tree.
My mom took us every year to cut down a tree. And then when we got married, we started the tradition for our kids.
The lasting effects of the drought and a tree shortage left owners Gary and Judy New to only selling pre-cut trees.
I don't know when the drought's coming back, and prices don't get down just because the drought went away temporarily. You know, it seems like everything just keeps going up, up, up.
The News bought the farm in 1976, started selling Christmas trees in 1984, and had both pre-cut and choose and cut trees available over the decades. But because of the drought and choose and cuts requiring more employees to maintain, these trees will stay here. People can only look at them, so they'll only be able to sell pre-cuts now.
It's actually less work for us. Choose and cut trees have to be trimmed twice a year. In the hot summer, it doesn't matter. You have to shape them, and you have a bug problem, you have a water problem. It just goes on and on and on.
Last year, New let his customers know it was the final year for cutting down your own tree at Santa's Forest. While the Pattersons weren't able to take turns sawing down a tree like they had in the past, they returned on Friday, continuing their tradition as best as they can.
That's what we do. They all come and pick their favorite tree and then try to get Dad to choose the one they chose.
New said while his customers are a little disappointed this year, they're adapting well and returning, still able to see the trees they once were able to cut.
It's a place I would like to take my family. That's always been the criteria for what I do.
In Shafter, Natalie Tarangeli, 23 ABC.